Stuff Works Explained. If you are here for the first time, please consider subscribing to this channel. Also hit the notification bell so that whenever you upload a new video, you are notified. In this video, we'll be talking about the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, and the dam is now complete. And later this year, probably September 2025, the dam will be commissioned. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Also hit the notification bell so that whenever you upload a new video, you are notified. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which is abbreviated GERD, is a colossal hydroelectric project on the Blue Nile. This is arguably the most ambitious and politically contentious infrastructure initiative in the modern Africa history. As of July 2025, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has confirmed that the dam is now fully complete and will officially be inaugurated in September 2025. Its completion marks the end of a decade-long journey filled with ambition, secrecy, regional disputes, as well as protracted diplomacy. The idea of building a dam on the Blue River Nile dates back as far as 1960s, when the United States Bureau of Reclamation conducted studies proposing the several potential hydropower sites in Ethiopia. At that time, Ethiopia lacked the political stability, financial resources, as well as international support to pursue such a mega project. Over the decade, political volatility, shifting priorities, as well as international sensitivities over Nile water rights made any serious proposal for dam construction unviable. The modern GERD was officially launched in April 2011 by then Prime Minister Meles Zenawi. By then, it was known as Hadassah Dam. It has changed names several times until it came to be referred to as the GERD. The timing was strategic. Egypt was going through political upheaval following the Arab Spring and ouster of President Hosni Mubarak in 2011. This regional instability allowed Ethiopia to move forward without the immediate pushback that might otherwise have come from Cairo. The project began under the veil of secrecy, even within Ethiopia. Initial planning and site preparation were carried out discreetly to avoid external interference, particularly from Egypt, which has historically regarded in upstream Nile development as a direct threat to its national security, citing the colonial legacies agreements that were signed so many years ago. Financing the dam was another critical issue. Ethiopia made a bold decision to self-fund the GERD. With a projected cost of approximately $4 billion, the government launched an aggressive domestic fundraising campaign. Bonds were sold to Ethiopians at home as well as in diaspora. Government employees were encouraged and in some cases pressured to contribute a portion of their salaries. The goal was not only to secure funds but also to foster national pride and ownership of the project. Construction progressed steadily, and by 2020, Ethiopia began the controversial process of filling the reservoir. The filling occurred in phases, primarily during the rainy season when the Blue Nile flows or flow is at its strongest. The filling for the first time was in 2020, and this was met with immediate alarm from downstream countries. Egypt and Sudan, who depend heavily on the Nile waters, objected to unilateral action, arguing that Ethiopia was violating international norms and as well as endangering their water security. Egypt in particular views the dam as existential threat. With 90% of its water needs sourced from the Nile, any reduction in flow could have devastating consequences. Sudan's position has fluctuated, sometimes aligning with Ethiopia on the benefits of regulated water flow, other times siding with Egypt over concerns about dam safety and water management coordination. Both countries have repeatedly called for legally binding agreements on the dam's operation. Numerous rounds of negotiations have been held since 2011, including talks brokered by the African Union, the United States, and the World Bank. Despite temporary breakthrough and agreements on technical aspects, court dispute over legally binding commitments, dispute resolution mechanism, as well as guaranteed water flows during droughts have remained unresolved up to date. Egypt has consistently demanded that Ethiopia guarantee specific annual water releases, while Ethiopia has insisted on flexibility to manage the dam according to its national needs as well as rainfall variability. By 2022, Egypt had begun generating electricity from the dam, with the first turbines coming online in February of that year. The gradual commissioning continued over the following years as additional turbines were activated. By mid-2025, the GERD had reached full operational capacity, capable of generating more than 5,000 megawatts of electricity, more than double Ethiopia's previous power generation. With a reservoir capable of holding 74 billion cubic meters of water, the dam is now the largest hydroelectric facility in Africa. The benefits of the GERD for Ethiopia are huge. The dam promises to revolutionize the country's energy sector by expanding access to electricity, powering industrial growth, as well as reducing dependence on fossil fuels. It has the potential to provide power to tens of millions of Ethiopians, many of whom currently live without access to electricity. It also positions Ethiopia as a potential power exporter to neighboring countries, including reinforcing its strategic role in Horn of Africa. From a technical perspective, the GERD includes a main dam structure measuring almost 2 kilometers in width and 145 meters in height. It is equipped with 13 turbines and spillway for controlled water release. The associated infrastructure includes transmission lines, substations, and ancillary works aimed at grid integration. The dam was constructed near the town of Guba in Benashamil Gumuz, approximately 40 kilometers from the Sudanese border, on a stretch of the Blue Nile that provides strong hydrological potential with relatively limited displacement impacts compared to other possible sites. Despite the completion of the dam, the political tensions remain. Egypt and Sudan continue to voice their opposition to what they see as Ethiopia's unilateralism. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and the Sudanese General Abdel Fattah el-Burhani recently affirmed their position jointly against any upstream action taken without their consent. While military conflict has not erupted over the GERD, there has been underlying threats, especially from Egypt, suggesting that all options remain on the table to protect its water rights. Ethiopia, however, has consistently framed the dam as a symbol of African self-reliance and development, emphasizing that it does not intend to harm its neighbors. The future of GERD now hinges on regional diplomacy and trust building. While the dam itself is structurally complete, the institutional framework for its management is not. There is still no comprehensive binding agreement that governs its operation. For long-term stability, Ethiopia, Egypt, and Sudan will need to develop a mechanism for real-time data sharing, drought management, and dispute resolution. This will be essential not only good for regional peace, but also for maximizing the benefits of the dam in terms of agricultural planning, flood control, as well as economic development. Security risks remain a consideration. Though the likelihood of direct immediate reaction has been diminished, the Nile water dispute could flare up again during times of regional instability or drought. Internal challenges within Ethiopia, such as ethnic conflict or economic pressure, could also affect the management of the dam and its perception abroad. Similarly, shifting leadership in Egypt or Sudan could reignite nationalistic rhetoric around Nile rights. In conclusion, we can say that the GERD is a monumental engineering and political achievement for Ethiopia. It reflects decades of aspiration, strategic maneuvering, as well as resource mobilization. While the technical project is complete, the political project is ongoing. Its true success will depend on not just on megawatts generated or cubic meters of water stored, but on how well it is integrated into a cooperation or cooperative framework that balances the needs of all the Nile basin countries. The dam may now be filled, but the river of diplomacy continues to flow. So thank you for reaching this far. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Also, you can leave some comments, and also you can also give advice on the other projects that you should cover. Thank you.
Down.